Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the We're Not Stumped podcast. I'm your host, Mike Bolland, and today is July 4th of 2024. So if you're out there having fun and you're using some fireworks, please be careful. You do not want to end up like this. It's not how I ended up like this, but you do not want to have one hand if you start out with two. But please be safe out there, and happy birthday, America. So let's get right into the headlines. Number one, the first headline I found fascinating for the week. Quadruple amputee taking on bucket list, which is the Inca Trail to mark the charity's 10th year anniversary. Now this comes from Scotland. A quadruple amputee who was the first Scot to receive a double hand transplant will take on one of her toughest challenges when she tackles the 26-mile Inca Trail in Peru. Cor Hutton was given a 5% chance of survival when she developed a life-threatening bout of sepsis in 2013, stemming from an everyday cough. The 54-year-old mother from Renfrewshire survived the illness, but doctors were forced to amputate both her hands and legs below the knee. Since her recovery, Ms. Hutton has set up and run the award-winning Finding Your Feet amputee charity and has completed a number of fundraising challenges, including becoming the first female quadruple amputee to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Congratulations on that. She now has her set sight on the Inca Trail in the Peruvian Andes, which she hopes will prove that amputees are capable of achieving anything. I think she's got me beat on that, I'll tell you that. She said, Machu Picchu, if I'm saying it right, was on my bucket list before my hands and legs were amputated, so now it's not only a goal, but a chance to prove that me and people like me can conquer what they are set to do. Well, good luck, congratulations, and we're behind you 100%. Headline number 2, Amputee Center to be awarded in State Health Program. And this comes from West Virginia, Parkersburg, West Virginia. The Amputee Center in Parkersburg and its executive director will be recognized by the state of West Virginia for promoting and creating opportunities to make West Virginia a healthier place. The 2024 Celebrating Healthy West Virginia Awards from Celebrating Healthy West Virginia, a program developed by the State Department of Health, will be presented to the Amputee Center and Executive Director Kat Bigley in a recognition ceremony on September 18th at Glade Springs Resort. The award recognizes the efforts of organizations and communities to make West Virginia a healthier place to live, learn, work, eat, and play. Now in its 5th year, Celebrating Healthy West Virginia has expanded the program to recognize individual organizations and communities with 14 other organizations. The Amputee Center is among the first nominees to be recognized in the newly expanded format. Bigley is appreciative of the award, which came with a gift of $1,300, which will be used to buy more exercise equipment. We didn't even know it was coming, Bigley said. Well, congratulations, Kat Bigley. Keep doing what you're doing. And all the people in Petersburg, where was it? It's Parkersburg, West Virginia. So nice to hear they have a place to go work out and be with other amputees and find out what it's like to work out, and it's all about the mind, body, and soul, so keep it going. I would love to have someone from that organization on this podcast. Kat, you may be hearing from me shortly. The third headline of the week is something I think we can all relate to, but this one has to do with a feline. It's a cat. Cat tries to scratch his ear but forgets one important thing. That's the headline. So let's get into the story. The story is an 11-month-old kitten who had his leg amputated about 4 weeks ago is still learning that something is missing. In a video posted to TikTok by Binks the kitty cat on January 23rd, Hogel, the orange cat, is sitting on the counter, and viewers can see that Hogel's back leg is gone, but it has not unfortunately registered for the feline. With the feline. Hogel then attempts to scratch his ear with the phantom leg, but, as expected, no luck. That does not stop Hogel from readjusting himself and going at it for a second time. Again, no luck. The overlay on the text says, when you forget you don't have a leg anymore and you can't scratch your ear no more. I think that's something that all of us amputees can relate to. Even somebody that was born congenital like me. It's not like there's something missing, but there's always something about you kind of forget. Case in point, we have a percolator. And when we're drinking coffee, my wife and I, when we're drinking coffee, it's like when she puts down the percolator with her right hand, there is a red light that's very visible that tells you the percolator is still on. But guess what? When left hand only Mike takes it, pours it out and puts it down, that on light is facing the other way. There'll be times my wife will come home at 5 o'clock and go, I just noticed that the coffee maker's still on. I went to go clean it and it's still on. Like, well, it's because the light was on the other side. I didn't see it was on. And here's another thing. We have a pool, and you know the pool brushes where you have to, they expand and contract, they twist. How many times, I can tell you how many times I've told myself, why do they make this so difficult? It's so hard to twist these things and pull them apart. Well, you know who it's not difficult for? A two-handed person. So I think, again, we can all relate to it. Whether you're born like me or you suddenly are missing a limb, there might be times in your life where you go, that's kind of strange. Or, gosh, I think I'm going to scratch my ear or scratch my eye with my stump. You never know. What's your story? I'd love to hear your story. If you're listening to this podcast on one of the major podcast platforms like Apple or Spotify, thank you so much. And by the way, make sure you rate it and rate it high and subscribe. Very much appreciated. It'll help me get these messages out. But I want to hear from you. And the best place to hear from you would be on YouTube. So go to the YouTube channel, both like and subscribe on YouTube, and be alerted when these new episodes come out. I don't just do the headlines. I also do We're Not Stumped, where I interview other amputees and other people within the sport field. And not only that, I'm expanding it beyond just amputees and going into all sorts of accessible and accessibility sports and programs and great organizations. So stay tuned. That's headlines for this week, July 4th. Again, be careful with fireworks. You don't want to be like me. Have a great week.